Hi there, welcome to intermittent episodes of the halftime huddle. Still haven't quite got to doing it regularly, so it's episode 85 from way back when we started a couple of years back. So just for those people who've never been and listened to this before, halftime huddle is an opportunity for you to spend a little bit of time middle of the week to discuss and talk about some of the things that may help you keep focused, because one of the challenge you find when you're working as a small business owner is to just keep the focus going. You have all the good intentions at the beginning of the week, middle of the week, after a couple of days of life happening. Often things get a little bit off track a little sometimes. So this is an opportunity to take a little breath halfway through the week. This runs Wednesday after lunchtimes, based in the UK, but you can watch this obviously in replay anytime that you can come across it, and hopefully it'll give you an opportunity to take a breath, reconsider what you're doing, think about some of the steps you might take, so that you can refocus for the second half, making your second half the best half. If you don't know more about me, I'm Mark Webb. I am the founder of A Game Masterminds, where we believe you don't have to work alone. Business is best played as a team game. It's an infinite game, so it's about sort of keeping on focus and keeping on going. And many small businesses and small business owners work on their own and don't leverage the powerful resource around them of their peers, the experience and expertise of those people who are going through the same sort of processes and running their businesses same sort of way, getting the experience. So we offer opportunities for small business owners to do that. But and this is just one of them. This is a halftime opportunity. We will be running sort of interviews. We will be running sort of chats. Give you an opportunity for you to come along and get involved. So please do say hi if you're listening to this either on the replay or live, and I'd love to hear your opinions. The question for today is how, many of you are working from home, many of you are working on your own. What do you do to actually integrate other people into it? Do you do any other things like go out to work in a coffee shop, or do you work in a co-located space, or do you work in an office somewhere else? So I'd love to hear whether you spend all of your time working from home, working alone, or what you do to connect and interact with other people. Basically, today we're going to talk about virtual co-working. Just to set the scene a little bit, as we sort of said earlier, that many small business owners spend their time at home, working from home. I mean, I'm here, as you can see in the background. I'm in my home office, and most of the day, if I do see anyone, it's family members, it's my wife, postman, and I can look through the window and all I see is the garden or the path in front of me. We do go out, we go meet anybody, do network, I do go on other kind of stuff, but 90% of my time is sat in my office working in front of a screen. And that's the same for a lot of small business owners. If they've got a team, maybe they have a virtual co-worker, etc., virtual assistant, or maybe they have another team who work together, and they often work in remote areas where there isn't places for them to go and see. So the problem with that is you can get very solitary. You can spend a lot of your time just any connections you make, if you do make any connections, are over asynchronous sort of emails or messaging, etc., and it's not quite the same. You also may find that if you're working from home, there are lots of distractions. Your home stuff is around you. The washing up needs to be done. The cooking, the cleaning, all that kind of stuff. Any kind of things that are distractions. The screens are on. If you've got family at home with you, they're always a distraction. So it's very difficult to keep a focus sometimes when you're working from home. And there's no one else there to help you with your challenges. So, what can you do about it? If you are lucky enough, potentially I say lucky enough, there are pros and cons. One of the advantages to the process I'm going to be talking about is that it's virtual. So you don't have to get in a car. Like I said, many small business owners are half an hour away from any kind of connection, half an hour away from working at least minimum, sometimes even further. So it's a drive to a place where they can sit and work, or drive to a place where they can and then come back. Um, Virtual meetings or virtual sort of co-working is something that's flexible. You can do it there and then. There are other advantages to virtual co-working. Is that it's an opportunity to put something in your diary. Time boxing or time blocking is a great way of focusing for a particular specific time of work, get you into deep work, into focus of getting the things done that you put off, and having a commitment in your diary to do some co-working, whether it's like virtual or not, either way, gives you an opportunity to actually block that time out. And it's a commitment, and you're holding yourself accountable to those that you've put that you're going to the meeting to co-work with, and you hold yourself accountable to your diary, to yourself as well. The other option, if you do this kind of stuff regularly, is building up a regular connection with someone. You start to build up relationships with the people you co-work with, and potentially, many of these co-working opportunities have focused activities plus a little bit of a break, plus focused activities plus a little bit of break, and in that break gives you an opportunity to share some time with people who are in the same sort of thing in a limited sort of time. You might even be able to share some of the work that you do in that little focused little time. Often, like I said, doing these things virtually on something like Zoom or Teams or whatever other kind of tools there are. There are other tools that out there that are built for this. Go to a website, and I'll try and put some links to some other opportunities as well, where you don't have the hours driving there and back again, the round trip. You have a flexibility often of being able to sort of do it as and when, generally based upon the regularity of when you do these meetings. Often the only challenge may be technology. You might not be used to remote working. You may not have the bandwidth to do a lot of bit stuff, but most of us now in the modern age, and you really can't can't be at your best if you don't have some kind of communication or some kind of connection tool. And you can do a lot of this remote stuff on your mobile phone. You don't have to have a computer doing. You can just connect on the mobile phone and do the work you would do generally. It doesn't matter what you do. The other thing about it is it's distraction free. If you've made a commitment in your diary, even if you've got kids around and stuff like that, they know, potentially know, or your partners and parents know, other people around know that you've booked in that time. That's a meeting time. That's the time when you actually do some work. So you often can avoid some of the distractions that you might face if you're, like I said, just working from home in blocks. So basically, I wanted to talk about we've been doing this in the A Game Alliance, which is our community group for quite a while. In this instance, we have a regular weekly co-working opportunity where you can work for every. To be honest, this afternoon is our co-working opportunity where we work for get together for an hour and a half. We break it into small chunks of work with a little bit of an opportunity for chat in between time. You get breakout rooms if you want to do some collaborative work with people. You can specify that you want to go and spend time with some of the other people on the call to work together. So it's co-working can be solitary work, or it can be working together in these breakout rooms. And the little breaks in time give you opportunity for the water cooler type moments where you can have a chat, you can discuss what you're talking about, you can be deeper connections with the people who are there on the networking meeting, and also maybe share some of the things you've been doing, or get some feedback from the people in there on some of the things you've been doing over the last since you last met. And that's a simple little sort of access. This is basic sort of simple opportunity for you to just keep the human connection you have, and start to build wider networks. Because of this, we used to have the this is part of the main alliance membership, but we have realized that this is quite a powerful and a simple opportunity to just dip your toe into the water of using your peer group as a resource for supporting. So we've opened up within the A Game Alliance a what we call access sort of connection. Let me see. I'll put the link on how you can join it. Well, I'll talk about the link in a minute. But basically, what it means is we give you basic access to the online community, where you can do asynchronous chatting. You can drop something in the chat in a forum. You can talk to people about sort of what you're doing. You can ask for support and help. You get that, plus you get the the networking we do regularly once a month, which for this month, because we're it's the last Monday of every month, but this month of May was a bank holiday, so we have networking next week, which I'll talk more in another post. And like I said, this Wednesdays we meet every Wednesday and Wednesday afternoon for an hour and a half to just work together. You get that for free. You get that as part of the. It's not for free for networking. It's about $9.99. It's a basic sort of no-brainer sort of cost just to get that kind of level of access. We also offer a 14-day free trial. So if you want to try co-working for a couple of weeks, come along, just sign up. See what networking, co-working is for you, and without any commitment. We have a monthly payment, so effectively, if you find that you no longer need this for time, you can take the month off and not pay for that month, or you can sign on for a year. So the connection to sign on for this, I will just show it. I can say is againmasterminds.com.alliance.access, or the QR code. There you go, pointing the wrong way. QR code in the corner. I'd love to see you along. There are other opportunities to do some co-working. Like I said, if you're not far from a place where you can go say hi to people, do that. Go and sit in a if you like just to be around people. You don't necessarily need to talk to people. Pick up your work and sit in a coffee shop and just do some work in the corner, just so you can get the feeling of people around you. Or there are actually physical co-working spots where you can book a desk, or book a seat on a table somewhere in some common areas, and just again be amongst people. So I'd love to hear more about what you do for sort of keeping that connection if you work remotely. Do you do this? Do you find it a challenge? If you do, and you want to know more about the Alliance Access, you can either sign up for the 14-day free trial up in the corner, or do drop me a comment and we can have a chat sometime, talk about what we can do and how Alliance can help you. But as part of the halftime huddle, the tip I would suggest and leave you with to ponder over this Wednesday lunchtime is what are the things you can do to actually keep your connection with the others around you. Like I said, virtual co-working is what I would suggest. But do find other ways of just being amongst people, going for a walk, talk to people, sitting in a coffee shop, do co-working. So do please let me know if there's anything else you need to know about the Alliance, and I'd love to see you in future co-working sessions. So with that in mind, have a great second half, and I will see you next time. Hi there. For those of you who've been watched this before, you know that I often come here at the end of the live for another little bit of an extra live. Um, Basically, this is my opportunity to ask for your help. I'd love to talk to some small businesses out there. If you are keen to share what you do, maybe come along and have a chat, I'd love to talk with you. So do please either drop me a direct message wherever you see this, or a comment in the background, and I'll get back to you because I'd love to get more people. We'd love to start having some chats with small business owners to discuss some of the tips and the tricks and how they're finding working for themselves, what they do to help and support themselves to keep going and focusing week by week, day by day. I'd love to hear more, and do please say hi. And so, that's me. Please do say hi, and I will see you next time.